The unit we're looking at today is a telescopic drum rotator. It's electric powered, so it's got onboard batteries, and it's got a few optional features which I'll explain to you. The lift system is telescopic, so it can lift drums up to 2.7 metres up. And when the drum's lifted to height, it's got a powered tipping function. So it has an electric motor which turns the drum and tips it into a vessel. What we're going to do is lift this green drum and tip it into a stainless steel vessel. Take our key, place it into the unit and switch it on. Then going to drive using the tiller, drive forwards until the band goes around the outside of the drum. We take our securing strap, bring it around the front of the drum and attach it, and then we tighten this around the drum. We then have this rim clamp which adds an extra level of security and stops any slippage of the drum when it's inverted. So we tighten this on. So we've got our straps secure and our rim clamp secure. The lift on this is on the tiller, so we're going to lift it up. I'm just going to lift it up and show you how high it tips, and then we'll lower it down and tip into the vessel. So the unit's got a lot of lift height. You can tip into vessels which are much higher than the one shown here. So I'm going to drive the unit forwards, line it up with our vessel. Just going to touch the bottom of the vessel with the drum. We then have a rotation control on the back control panel. So I'm going to turn that and tip the drum. Once empty, we can bring it back to the vertical. Can then reverse the unit backwards, and then lower it down to the floor. What we'll do now is we'll take this drum out of the unit and we'll change the drum for a blue Mauser drum, which are a little bit harder to handle traditionally, but this gripping head is more than capable of handling the drum. We've now loaded a 220 litre Mauser drum into the head of the unit. This unit features our universal band, and the universal band can be adjusted for different drum diameters. So the band can go down to 350mm diameter up to 600. Because it's sectional, this is adjusted at the rear of the band. Also, this securing device on the side, this can be positioned at different heights to cater for different drum heights. We also do a power clamp model, so you can have hydraulic powered clamp to clamp drums, lift them and tip them. And we also do load cell units where they're weighing the drum contents as you lift them. So we're all secure. We're going to take our tiller, operate our lift function. Again, we're just going to drive forward until the drum touches the edge of the vessel. Got a lot of control with this power system. So we can line it up. Once we're happy, begin the rotation. I'm just going to drive it forward a little bit and continue to tip. Bring the drum back, bring the unit back a little. Again, return our drum to vertical and lower it down. Lowers on our tiller here. Keep bringing it down. Just straighten it up there slightly. With all the powered functions, our units are very customizable. So if you've got different drum types or you're handling lots of drums per day, you can add features like the power drive or powered head features, and this makes the unit very adaptable for different companies. We're now looking at the rear controls of the unit. To switch it on, we have a key here at the top. We turn this to switch the unit on, and our power on light is illuminated. You can also see our battery gauge showing we have full charge. It's important to keep the batteries topped up and charged when the unit's not in use, and that will extend the life of the batteries. Going to the tiller, we have our throttles. So these throttles, you push forward to go forwards and push backwards to go backwards. We have this red button where if the unit reverses into us and this button is pressed against our body, the unit will begin to drive forwards again. We have our lift button and our lower button. And then for the drum rotation, we have a rotation dial here where we turn clockwise to tip forwards, let go and it stops, turn anti-clockwise and it turns backwards. The unit has an emergency stop button at the top. Press this down to stop all functions on the unit. You can see the power light has gone out. Lift this back up and the power comes back on. We also have a horn on the rear tiller, and our charging for the unit is a plug on the right hand side of the unit. So you plug the unit into the mains power and the charging light will illuminate.